Looks like I gotta remind you guys again that eating fat does not make you fat. It's your broken hormones. Welcome everyone to my very humble channel. Now it was so warm today and now it's cold in my little camper, so I'm cozying up. But today I want to talk about how eating dietary fat does not make you fat. Now I've done several videos on this topic, but I get people still thinking, how am I supposed to lose weight if I'm eating all that fat? And I want to break that down right now. There is this little concept called ketosis. Yeah, it's when your body learns how to, as I used to say years ago, it's like going to the restaurant of your belly and having a lunch, feasting off the fat. The problem is with modern humans is that we destroy our metabolism in so many ways, through eating carbs, skipping meals, poor sleep, stress, alcohol. All of these things can make your blood sugar dysglycemic. That means bouncing up and down. If your blood sugar is bouncing around, so is your weight. Weight loss is not about the calories. It's about how your body uses those calories. And how does this work? Well, you need insulin. Insulin is going to take the sugar in your blood and put it somewhere, hopefully to be used as energy. When sugar in the blood gets too high, consistently running high, because your insulin, which is a hormone that's going to take the sugar and put that sugar somewhere, if it decides to go into the fat cells, which are the storage closets for toxins and for excess glucose, you're going to get fat. Insulin is a hormone. It has nothing to do with calories, because you can eat 500 calories and get fat. If your hormones are broken, like if you're insulin resistant, or if your thyroid hormone, T3, is not getting into the cell or converting from T4 into T3, thyroid hormone, or if your estrogen dominance, right, because estrogen knows how to, signal your cells to store more fat. There's also the cortisol pathway. There's also not being able to sleep well. These are the ways that you get fat. It's not just about age, because you guys know that I am 56 now, on my way to be 57. Crazy to even hear it in my ears. But the reality is that when you go through, let's say, menopause, now your ovaries aren't producing testosterone anymore, and your blood sugar's all over the place, and you have too much stress in your life. That means cortisol, and you drink coffee, and that means that the hormonal signals telling you to build muscle burns fat at rest, and telling your body to build tissue and to keep all the enzymatic responses in your body just basically, you're not going out to pasture. It takes a lot of work. You might have to exercise. You might have to eat every couple of hours to stabilize the blood sugar and have your insulin do the job. If you're eating carbs over and over and over, and then fasting and skipping meals, that's a stress to the body. And what the body likes to do is it likes to break down proteins, likes to eat itself, to raise the blood sugar, to stabilize it. Because in nature, there are no cracker trees, and there's no cereal bushes, there's no bread like flowers for us to, or breadfruit for us to consume these types of foods to stabilize our blood sugar. What's processed can easily be broken down within the bloodstream, and then if you're constantly having elevated blood sugar, the insulin has to get it out, because too much blood sugar, or rather Too much blood sugar for too long in the bloodstream can damage cells. That's when you see people age. That's called advanced glycation end product, and that has to do with broken hormones. Now that I've babbled all about that stuff, how does fat not make you fat? Well, fat does not incite insulin. Insulin is that hormone secreted to take that sugar and place it somewhere to be used. But the problem is your body's not efficient. The insulin signaling is not getting the energy, the sugar, into the muscles to be burned off or used, so it gets stored as fat. Terrible idea. I know. And all those things I mentioned, like poor quality food, high carbohydrates, not sleeping well, stress, not working out, hormonal imbalances, xenoestrogens, all of these things make it so your body becomes a fat storing machine, and thyroid, rather than a burning machine. You can go and do the treadmill and be on that treadmill for an hour and think you're burning calories. You ain't if your hormones are not working. Instead of burning fat, you're storing it. And then people have to eat less and less and less to maintain a weight, but then they damage their hormones more, and then when you eat like a grape, you blow up. That's what happens with fasting. People are, or the HCG diet, oh, I had such success. But the more they do it, the more the body, or the brain, the primal body goes, I know what you're doing. You're trying to lose weight. Well, guess what? I'm going to slow down your metabolism. When you eat fat, when I eat fat, my body's going to use it for skin, my hormones, my lungs, the lining of every cell. It's going to use it for structure. It's not going to sit and store it because my body is insulin sensitive. That means that when I eat fat, I'm not going through insulin spikes after the second hour. I'm not. So my body uses it for structure or for energy or for ketones. The problem is you guys can't get the stress down. You're fasting, you're skipping meals, you're forgetting, you're going down the cortisol pathway, or you're eating carbs, or you're falling off the wagon, or you're eating too much protein, which can make your blood sugar spike, and you're not eating enough fat. When your blood sugar is up and insulin is not doing its job, then there's blood sugar going on. Even if you're on carnivore, and even if you're doing a ketogenic diet, your body can make sugar through gluconeogenesis just by eating itself. Spike your blood sugar to diabetic high numbers. Stress does that. Fight or flight system does that to you. Raises your blood sugar to give you energy, but we don't need that storage. We're not starving. Like I said, we're primal, but we're not primal. We are modern humans, and we teach our bodies to store, especially with all the plastics, the xenoestrogens. Yes, my people, the estrogen signaling of too much estrogen and too low progesterone and testosterone, you start storing fat. It's a whole 360-degree circle. You can't just do a ketogenic diet and lose weight, right? Because you're training your body to access the restaurant of your belly by being in ketosis. So don't burn muscle, don't burn skin or collagen, burn the fat, burn the body fat. That's why you test your ketones in the morning, fasted, on an empty stomach, to see if your body's burning body fat. If you eat a stick of butter and test your blood sugar later in the day, you're going to be making ketones from the butter, not your body fat. So test in the morning, fasted. You don't get fat from fat or calories. You get fat because your hormones don't know what to do with the fat. Now that your blood sugar is running high, now you got fat in the blood, and the body just scoops everything, the sugar and the fat, and it stores it. But if you're insulin sensitive and you eat high fat, the body's not going to go and store it. It's going to use it for structure, for energy, for your brain, for your reproductive hormones. You don't get fat from fat unless y'all can't stabilize your blood sugar, and that is the reason why we use a glucometer. Facts. A glucometer is amazing. I've done a million videos on using a glucometer. Blood sugar 75 to 83, ketones 1.8 to 3.0, and have energy and sleep amazingly well. That's how you do it. Whatever you do, do not fast to take off the weight. You're going to be slowing down your metabolism, becoming insulin resistant, And now you're in storage mode instead of burning mode. Don't eat protein to make yourself feel full, because that protein can become converted. It can convert into glucose, spike your blood sugar, and now you're insulin resistant and you store again. And that protein can become like a candy bar to broken hormones. Learn how to get into ketosis the right way. And I got a bazillion videos on how to do that. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. Book a consultation. I've been doing this stuff for a very, very long time, working with a lot of people. My people are my subjects that I learned from clearly. And it's amazing. You can't beat the glucometer. It is such a fantastic tool to see what's going on. Also, you can sign up for my course where I cover all 3 diets, because sometimes you guys have gallbladder issues and hypoglycemia and thyroid. So low carb, high fat, keto, omnivore, or carnivore are the 3 diets that I cover. Yes, that's a monthly subscription. Or you go to my Facebook fan page, which is Stephanie the Business Person. And the challenge will be announced, signups in January. After all the holidays, I'll be ready. The house will be up. All the stress will be down. And it's go time in the new year. And I'm out. Energy. I got to take my puppy that I found under my camper out to pee and poop. Yes. Energy at 56. Life is good. Life can be a pain in the frickin' ass, and it has its difficult moments, but we all learn something from it, and we move on. Stop taking shortcuts to your health. Peace.